Lucas Leos, il numero 711 con Michael Schuster in seconda posizione.
Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGP TV with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. We're at the MXGP of Sardinia, or to give it its proper name, Sardegna. And it's hot, it's humid, and there's a lot of sand out there for the riders to be racing on this weekend. We're literally in the sand dunes right next to the ocean or the sea or the waterway anyway, whatever it is. But on our studio show today, we've already got our first guest in, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team manager Rasmus Jorgensen. We've got Monster Energy Yamaha's Thibault Benistant coming in, and finally the standing construct gas rider Brian Bogers. But before we meet everybody, Lisa, how was your weekend off? I know it was, albeit very, very brief, but just the 10 races to get through now in the next 8.5 weeks?
It's a piece of cake. Yeah. It'll be fine. Are you going to be able to handle it, though? It's not going to be too much for you.
I bet he can't handle it. You know why? Because our next guest, our first guest, he's only had the 4 weeks off plus an extra 2 because he became a dad for the first time. Rasmus, congratulations on becoming a parent for the first time. We missed you in Turkey. Did you miss us?
Yeah.
No.
Yes and no.
Like, no.
I had a lot of stuff going on, but no, it's definitely weird to have not missed a GP in, 5 years, and then, but obviously there was a good reason for it, and actually, I was like, should I go or should I not go? Because it was 2.5 weeks before the due date, but in the end I couldn't really risk it, you know. Yeah. So and he came actually in the morning of the first GP in Turkey, so it was good I stayed home. So
did you enjoy watching it on TV then? Or would you have rather been at the track?
No, obviously I would rather been there, but it was something different, you know. I had the lap times on one screen and the racing going on as well, so it was something different.
Okay, well, in MX2 you have 2 riders, okay, Jed Beaton and Kai de Wolf. At the moment, Jed is 4th in the points. What do you make of his first half of the season so far?
I would say it's been a lot of up and downs. In the end, it's been all right, you know. Jed is doing well, you know. He's coming back and getting consistent results.
There's been a couple of visits to the podium, the last of which was Turkey. With all things being well for Jed, can he still go for that title, or is a top 3 possible?
I mean, it's always the goal to win, you know, and right now Maxime has a good cushion on everybody, but for the rest it's very, very open, the championship, and we're only halfway, so yeah, in my opinion it really, really starts now, you know. We have 9 races done and 9 races to go, and it's going to be intense, so let's see what happens. You know, he's feeling good and he's ready to go.
Obviously, looking at him here, got himself into a couple of battles, but it was a consistent weekend which he needed again.
Yeah, I mean, there was a shame with the crash in the first moto on the Wednesday, but you know it happens, and he's fighting during the week, during the races. He's doing everything he can, you know, and he's finally getting some better starts. So, like I say, it's still a long way to go, and a lot can happen, and let's just let's keep plugging away, and he's feeling good mentally, physically, so let's go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks good, and every time I talk to him in the paddock, I mean, I spoke to him actually for a feature in MXGP magazine, and he just said, you know, he still believes he can be challenging for the title, because if he gave away that many points at the beginning of the year, there's no reason why people can't do the same, and everything kind of evens itself out. But I mean, how is it working with him, with Jed?
Oh, it's great. Yeah. You know, he's matured a lot he's learned a lot over the last, this is the 3rd year now, you know, so he's very, very relaxed this year. He's very composed and feeling good about himself, and doesn't let bad results get him down, and doesn't bring it with him home so much anymore like he would have 2 years ago. So I think he's matured a lot, yeah. Oh.
Well, obviously, let's talk about the rookie in the class, Kai de Wolf. What a season he's having. You must be pleased with that. What is he, 8th in the championship? Yeah, and he's still only 16 until next week.
Yeah, exactly. No, you know, it's crazy to think that it was even not sure if he was gonna take the spot from Thomas. You know, and when you see him performing like this, so obviously he's done great. We all knew that he could do it, seeing him on the practice tracks and whatnot. But to do it in a full season, okay, so far we're only halfway, but he's been doing amazing, and what he's showing has a lot of potential.
Well, after a nervous couple of first rounds, he seems to have found his groove really since Italy, and obviously point proved here with his first podium in Os in the Netherlands. I mean, that must have been a big confidence boost for him that day.
Absolutely, and on home track, you know, you know how much pressure that brings as well. So No, it's one thing is to do it in practice and to have the speed, but to be able to do it and cope with the pressure is something else.
And with that confidence, with that belief, it wasn't long before he got his first race win, was it, in Belgium? And also second overall, which was the best result of the season. Amazing for him and the team.
Absolutely. And that's what I mean. Like that second moto in Lommel was for me extremely impressive because we all knew that he had the speed to do that, but to have Jago up his back wheel the whole moto to cope with that pressure was pretty incredible, especially at his age.
Yeah, and actually both guys on the podium that day, which was nice to see. You had it a couple times last year when Thomas and Jed got on the podium, Italy, I believe, and there was a race win there as well for Jed. I mean, obviously riders, they love podiums, obviously, you know what I mean, for the obvious reason, you know, being up there, the trophy, the whatever else. How is it as a team manager when you see both guys up there? You know, obviously first and second would be perfect, but, you know, first, third, second, third, you know, is that equally satisfying for you?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's not equally. It's like 1, 2. Obviously, GP wins are very special. Yeah. But, you know, to have both guys on the podium is just, you feel it in the whole team that everybody is super satisfied. Sometimes you have a guy on the podium and a guy struggling or whatnot, then it's, you know, you come back to the truck after the podium and then you have to take care of the guy that's really not had a bad day, you know. So to have both guys on the podium is just generally a really nice feeling and atmosphere in the whole team. Yeah.
Well, at the moment, Kai is 8th in the points, not a million miles away from 5th. That would be pretty special, wouldn't it? Top 5.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we just have to remember the goals we set before the season, and we knew that it was going to be a learning year. So obviously, good results changed the mentality a little bit, but I'm trying to also explain him that he needs to keep the feet on the ground, you know, and just learn and take everything in and just do his best every single time, you know, because it is a lot of learning coming from EMX. It's a lot of races and the intensity is so high. So this year he needs to understand how it is to do a full season and then learn from his mistakes, you know, and then hopefully next year he'll make another big step.
And obviously being here this weekend, deep sand, we know what he can do because of the, you know, the almost race win in the podium in Oss, the race win in the podium in Lommel. He's probably really looking forward to being here this weekend. Deep sand here in Sardinia. You've never been here before either, have you?
I've never been. No, I've never been. But yeah, he is, and he's feeling good. So let's see what tomorrow brings. I mean, we are looking forward. I'm definitely happy to be back at the races, and let's see how we get on.
All right, Rasmus, thanks for joining us. Is the baby here this weekend, by the way?
No.
So you've not got to go. You probably get a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I will.
Well, look, no more power naps. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us. Our second guest is in. Before we meet him, though, let's check out some highlights from, 10 days ago. Here's race 2 from the Bitchy MXGP of Appian. Gates drop, and it's a good jump for those 3 guys over on that side, and another one for Kai de Wolf as well as they charge into the first turn. Lots of room to play with, but it's Vial who emerges with his 5th foxhole shot of the campaign. Guadagnini and Facchetti fighting over 6th position on the opening lap. Guadagnini puts a squeeze on him. Facchetti has nowhere to go. He goes down, and Fernandez runs into the back of him as well. 2 Husqvarnas go defensive, and the back end comes around on de Wolf. That's enough for his teammate to go by, unless the young teenager, and he has, found a way back up the inside of the Australian. And Fernandez moving by Harrop and Pollock to move into 13th place. Beaton this time gets the better of his teammate as they swing through turn 1 on lap 9. Kai de Wolf, he's down, there he is. Jed Beaton has the inside line on Rennie Hoffer, dropping into the right-hander here, and he does nick a position away from the Austrian, moves up into 4th place. Over the Dragon's back, Benistant a little bit short. Beaton got alongside him. He then went high and defensive. Benistant got back alongside the Australian. And Beaton round the outside. He does but it's beaten now up into third place. That's how close it is between the other two Red Bull KTMs, Hoffa and Guadagnini. And Guadagnini does take Hoffa round the outside. Full commitment there from the Italian. Guadagnini all of a sudden up into fifth place. And his teammate coming back for more. Good reaction that from Hoffa. Thibault crosses the line to win race 2. He wins the bitchy MXGP of Afyon. Back-to-back wins here in Turkey now for Thibault. Guadagnini rounds out the podium in third. Maxime Renault extends his lead over Guadagnini now to 49 points. Thiago Kiet's third, Jed Beaton fourth. Benistant climbs to fifth at the expense of Fernandez.
Yeah, you know, I was a little bit angry after the first moto because Maxime was riding actually pretty good, but I was feeling so tired, I don't know why. I had no energy, so after 15 minutes I tried to slow down for the second moto. And yeah, second moto I really wanted to win the last one in Turkey, and I managed to do a perfect moto.
Thibault, another winner's trophy. 11 on the shelf now for the Red Bull KTM rider. Good run of consistency though for the championship leader, Maxime Renault, who's led since round 4 and now extends his lead at the top of the championship to 49 points over Mattia Guadagnini.
Di migliorare la sua attuale 12ª posizione.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGP TV and of course YouTube as well if you're watching there. Welcome to the show. Our second guest is in, Thibault Benistant from Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2, and he's currently 5th in the championship chase at the moment. Thibault, welcome to our studio show here on MXGP TV. As I said, 5th in the championship. Are you happy with how the season has gone, or did you expect more, you know, from your side?
Yeah, I'm quite happy how the season starts. I know it's quite long because we did only half championship for the moment, so everything can still happen, and I know I can do a little bit better with some better start. But
you've had some good results, but let's go right the way back to the beginning of the season. First GP in All-In-Up was a little bit difficult, I think, for many people, maybe because it was so long starting, but how was it for you? What were the problems there? Was it just bad starts? Was it arm pump? Was it crash or something else? Or
actually, it was not arm pump because I never have. But yeah, I was a little bit struggling with the start and then make the race a little bit difficult. But
it was okay in the end.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Well, you had 2 top 10 finishes in England, and then you had your first race win in Majora. That must have been a big moment for you.
Yeah, actually, I was really happy to make my first victory the next week after the England, but I know already then with a good start I can do some good race, let's say. So yeah, now I have to have some better start, and maybe I can take some more.
Yeah. Well, watching the race, you made it look easy. Were you nervous when you were in the lead, or were you just like in your head focused?
Actually, I'm not a guy with too much stress or nerves, so I'm just riding with the feeling. Sometimes I don't have, so I don't over push for don't crash, and when I have the feeling, I just go.
Obviously, it was a shame that you crashed in the second one actually there, because could have been a first podium, could have been a first GP win, who knows. But you looked good on the track. Did you enjoy racing this iconic venue?
Yeah, of course, I was enjoying a lot, and then I have a little bit of bad luck in the second start with a crash, but can happen to everybody, let's say. So.
But obviously, were you surprised how easy the win was? Because MX2 is very competitive, many strong riders, but you made the whole shot and you just kept going, maybe half a second, 1 second a lap, and at the end of the race you could relax a little. It looked very easy, but, you know, was it?
Yeah, maybe look easy, for sure it's not, because everybody want to take a win, and I try to push a little bit on the beginning to can stay a little bit more relaxed on the end.
Nice feeling there?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, moving on to Lockett, you did get your first podium, and you did it with another race win. You must have been so pleased with that podium and with the weekend itself.
Yeah, for sure. I was really happy about the first podium. A little bit disappointed about my first moto because I finished quite far. But
was there a crash in the first race or just a bad start?
No, just a bad start and not a pretty good feeling.
Oh, yeah. But then this one, as we said, made up for it. Looking really, really good again. Another whole shot pretty much, and another comfortable win. On a track you enjoy?
Yeah, actually I enjoy quite a lot in all the track for the moment.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. Just talk about your teammates, because there's Jago Hirtz, there's Maxime Renault. Just tell us what's the relationship like within that team with under the awning with you three?
Yeah, actually we are not so close because we don't train so much on the bike together. Happen, but really not much. With Maxime, I'm a little bit in the gym sometime, but now with the riding, we don't have the same days, so a little bit is we don't have the same planning. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Just looking at the performance here, the two tracks where you've had your race wins, both with big hills, similar to French-style tracks. Is that the kind of circuit you like? You know, with the big flowing, like old school, let's say.
Yeah, I like when it's some uphill and downhill, actually, because normally it's a little bit more technical with some bump and some parts where you can make a little bit the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously coming here, it's the first time we've had a GP in Sardinia. I know when you came here in the beginning of the season wasn't so good. There was a crash and an injury, but are you looking forward to riding here in the deep sand?
For sure. I'm really looking forward because we train quite much in Belgium in the sand, and I like it.
So what about the rest of the season? What is the plan? Because 5th now in the championship, and top 3 is possible?
I don't know, I hope. And yeah, I just want to take some good start and to be more in the front in all the moto, let's say, because or I can win or I can finish 9, so I will try to be more consistent.
Okay, well look, we are out of time, but Thibault, Benistant, have a good day tomorrow, have a good rest of the season, and hopefully we see you on the box more with some more wins as well.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thibault, Benistant.
Thank you.
Right, let's move on, and we'll meet our final guest in a moment, hopefully, if he's out there. But before that, let's catch up with some highlights from MXGP Race 2 from the Bitchy MXGP of Afyon 10 days ago. Trying to go around the outside of PJ this time. Gets good drive, and he does. Immediate then up in the 4th place. Tony Cairoli. Oh, Geiser, big slide, and that is a big let-off. And he is under attack immediately from Cairoli, who just set the fastest lap. Oh, almost off the bike. That's what happened to Seawer in race 1. So Koldenhoff had just found his way past, and then Jacobi responded immediately. And then he tips over. Oh, gets hit there by Bogers. Couldn't avoid him. Koldenhoff down. So Koldenhoff in 23rd place now. And Geisen's going to go through on Hurlings. He's going to have to come back to the inside. Can't do it, can he? Yes, he can. No, he can't. And Hurlings comes up the inside of Geiser, launching an attack, gets on the gas from out of nowhere, runs it wide. Geiser goes back through into 2nd position. Look at the aggression from Geiser. Does the birthday boy, opposite lock for both of them. Oh, how much do you want it, Tim? We'll soon find out. He's up the inside of Prado. We have a new leader on lap 9. Oh, leans on the 61. Has to be careful here. Opposite lock once again. Gets down the inside. Prado has history previous in this corner with Jonas, but All clean this time around as Hurlings moves into second and goes after Tim Geiser. Oh, he runs him up the inside, just shows him a wheel. Went in hot. How many times have we seen this year between these two? Cairoli has gone through on Prado. Heading into the final lap. Tim Geiser has been immaculate. Ooh, hello. Bit of a warning. Bit of a let-off. Good job he's wearing dark pants. And Geiser out of the final turn. He will win race 2 here. It won't be good enough for the overall, but he won't care about that. He extends his championship lead over everybody else. Everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGP TV and YouTube, where our final guest is in place, Brian Bogers, standing construct, Gas Factory Racing. And good to see you, Brian. Before we start, welcome to Sardinia, first of all. First time we're here. Looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Nice and hard pack. Not. Look, 13th in points in MXGP. How would you describe your season so far, just briefly?
I'm happy, but on the other side, not happy. You know, I want to be inside the top 10, but it's hard. The beginning was difficult, but it's now getting better and better. So yeah, I want to be more consistent. You know, because I have some good results and not good results. So I want to be there every time. You know.
Well, like you said, the beginning of the season was already difficult because you didn't go to the first race. Just explain again, was it like a tendonitis or a wrist problem that you had, and did you need surgery?
Yeah, you can see the scar here. It's I had an inflammation inside the tendon, and we did like step by step, you know, everything. So first we took some rest, then we took an injection, but all the things didn't help. So in the end, the last step was surgery, and then already was Russia. So yeah, the first race I couldn't make it there. It's only like 10 days, so it's not even that long, you know, but. Yeah, just came at the wrong time.
You wish you could have had that surgery in the beginning then, but
yeah,
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, your first GP was in Matterley. Just tell us, what was it like jumping in at the deep end then, when everyone else had already started racing in Oljanok?
It was difficult. Especially the track was like different than all those other years, you know. It was quite flat, high speed, so to have there like the start of your season was quite difficult because it was directly full gas.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was difficult. Also, I didn't felt like my body didn't felt like, you know, fat, like sharp, fit. So yeah, I had this problem also with my Jora. So when I was on the start line, I didn't feel like, you know, healthy.
Yeah, just race rusty.
Yeah. Yes. So but yeah, it's getting better, and now I feel good.
Yeah.
Well, it did look like you'd settled down a little bit going to Os. Literally, it was your home GP, wasn't it? We've got it here. Shame about the little slip-off in race 1, but overall, are you happy with the way you rode that weekend?
Yes, of course. Especially the second motor, you know. I had quite a lot of pressure from the back. But yeah, I felt really comfortable. I was like in third position for 25 minutes around. So yeah, it was a shame for the last few laps, but yeah, Tony passed me and he still won that race. So on the other side, I think if somebody passed me, then when it's Tony, it's not that big of a deal, you know.
How was the atmosphere that day? Because obviously it's been a while since we were able to race in Holland with crowd. You being local and also Glenn being local, I guess it was quite a big atmosphere there. Also with Kai doing what he did.
Yeah. No, this was really nice, you know, also to have some public again, because on the start of that weekend, like there was some bad news, you know, from the government and everything, so it was quite difficult, but on the end, they made it work, and yeah, you saw the crowd. It was really nice to have this.
And obviously, this was one GP where things looked good. Latvia was another one, 6th overall there. It's not easy to be 6th in MXGP, is it? With it's a very strong class at the moment. So you must have been happy with the performance there that day. Yeah,
especially just my riding there. First moto I started around 20, I rode back till 10th. Second moto 7-8, and I finished 5th. So this was for me a very good race. I think the best race for this season. I hope to improve here, but no, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
But a better first race, you could have maybe been 5th, 4th, maybe even challenging for a podium, perhaps.
Perhaps, yes, but on the moment, the top guys, like the first 4 or 5 guys, they are. Yeah. The level is really high.
Sure.
Because especially when they find each other in a race. They putting lap times, and it's crazy how they do it.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned level. Everyone is talking this year about how high the level is in MXGP. As a rider, clearly you've noticed it. But was it the same last year, or is the only difference that this year the top 20 guys, they're all healthy?
Yeah, I think this is the biggest difference from last year. Last year there was like 6, 7, 8 very good riders. On this moment there are like 15. So to be every time like consistent inside the top 10, it's just hard. When you start around between 15 and 20, it's very hard to make your way up to the top 10. If you start like between 5 and 10, it's way easier.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the way that the championship is at the moment. Like you say, there's the top 4 or 5 guys. Now, usually by now around 10, 11, 1 or 2 guys drop out from that top battle, 1 or 2 guys drop out, from the sort of 5 to 10 and then the 10 to 15. But literally everybody inside the top 22 at the moment, everybody is still there. Everybody is still healthy. There is, the gap is quite small between first and 21st. Not easy to make up time. Not easy to, but are you kind of like, the starts are crucial, basically. And is this something that you've had to work on, or you've been able to work on, or are you happy with how you get that factory gas out of the gate?
I think the start is also like quite mental too, because we can do like 100 starts during the week inside the practice, and like 99 of the 100 is like going good. You think, oh, this was the whole shot one, but then on the gate with the 40 riders, it's different. It's with the stress, and it's just different. So you need to do it in the race anyway. You have only one opportunity. In the practice, you do like many times, and then one of them is good, and then you think, now I have it. But it's still different in the race.
Yeah, you can afford to make a mistake in training with the start, but not here when the level is so good. We've got about a minute and a half left. Have you ever been here before? If so, is it a track that you're looking forward to racing tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. It's sand. It's deep sand. It's like even more sand than in Holland.
Yeah.
Strange, but...
Yeah, but we're like next to the beach here.
Yeah, exactly. So, but sand is sand, We are used to this, and looking forward to tomorrow.
It's going to be hot though, isn't it? It's already 27 degrees. Yesterday was 33, but very humid. Is it the humidity that's going to make it difficult here, do you think?
There is a little bit of wind, because we are on the coast here. So I think it will be nice and hot, not like the cloud, the hot feeling, like this, the sauna feeling.
Sure.
So no, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, and briefly, what is your kind of goal from here to the rest of the season? Because next week, of course, we have the Motocross of Nations, and then after that, we still have 9 more races or 8 more races in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, all the tracks who are coming, I'm looking forward to these tracks because I like these tracks. So, I want to be inside the top 10 every single race.
All right. Well, look, Brian Bogers, thanks for joining us for now. Just a quick reminder, though, about MXGP TV. And guess what? In about a week's time, well, it is a week from now, we are back with the Monster Energy Motocross of Nations. Always MXGP TV will there broadcasting live. Tickets for the event are still available online. Go to mxgp.com for that. But if you can't make it to Mantova, then why not buy the MXGP TV package where you get to watch the Motocross of Nations uninterrupted, without commercials, and you can enjoy it from the comfort of your own home. So we are back next week on, I don't know, Friday?
I don't know.
Friday. It'll be the
Yeah.
Riders Parade, so there won't be the studio show as
Yeah.
sorts. It's going to be the Riders Parade that we'll do. I'll be there with Jason Thomas. But for now, enjoy the racing here from Sardinia. Thanks to Lisa, to Brian, to Thibault, and of course to Rasmus. Enjoy the race this weekend. See you next time. Bye for now.